Beeman was here.
Yes,
Beeman?
the cutout.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll just grab that on camera just for proof. Okay, that's cool. Thank
And
you.
if you could cut out,
Yeah, sorry.
if you could cut out.
Let's go.
Operators here at the brewery. Funny thing happened about a year and a half ago. First of all, I'm not a politician, guys. I never wanted to be a politician. I never wanted to get into politics. There's a lot involved, and sometimes it gets dirty, and I want nothing to do with it. About a year and a half ago, I had a chance to meet a good friend. I call her a good friend now, Melanie Brewer, and kind of had the same idea. The Tea Party movement really hadn't hit yet, and we wanted to put something together. So just for a show of hands, who was here last year's Tea Party? Oh, you guys are a little hat. I might repeat myself once or twice, but I think it bears repeating. Basically, guys, I'm a registered Republican. I'm not gonna lie, I got nothing to hide. But I'm a pretty moderate social thinker, I believe. But when it comes to conservative, when it comes to my family and my values and being fiscally sound, I'm as conservative as it gets. But I'll tell you what, I'm not a Christian militant. I'm not a right-wing nut job. And again, I'm not a politician. I'm just a guy that worries about three things: God, family, and country. And without those things, nothing else matters. So that's what I care about. I think everybody in this room can identify with that. I bet a lot of you a year ago or so were just like me. I'm sure that you didn't think you'd be at political activists or tea parties, things like that. I'm willing to bet that. I know you guys are average Joes just like me, but I think it's time. I guess one thing I brought up at the 9/12 and then again at the Tea Party, I'm not an Obama hater. I try to give the guy a chance, almost like that. There were certain people, probably people in this room that helped vote him in. I'm not going to throw hate. I think that's bad policy. I think the hate is coming from the other side. I'm not a racist. I think it's great that we can have a fantastic guy like Obama advertised in this country running the presidency. But I think the hate is for the other side. I'm really tired of hearing it. But I've watched this movement very closely, and I'm not seeing the hate. I'm not seeing the violence that some of the mainstream media is throwing out there, talking about the people and basically painting us with a very broad brush. I'm not seeing that right now. And again, this isn't a left and right kind of thing. This is an American thing. This is people. I know you guys are concerned. I know there's issues out there. It's about freedom and liberty, and for you and me knowing what's best for my family, my business, my church, and not someone in Washington, D.C., believing that they think they know what's best. I just wanted to realize, just looking back at some of the notes from last year that we talked about, real quick year in review. It's been a great year. Everything from an executive order banning partial birth abortion on a Friday afternoon, a late order, to announcing that we're not a Christian nation in Turkey last April from our president. I think that was great. That was the first moment. That was the first moment that really put me over the edge to hear my commander-in-chief tell the world that we were not a Christian nation. That's what really got me involved. I'm excited about this movement. But then we had everything from bowing to our foreign leaders to the famous cash for clunkers deal. That was one of my favorite $3 billion deal that gave people an opportunity to buy cars that probably didn't necessarily need them. In hindsight, I think the only good thing that came out of that bill is it got most of the Obama bumper stickers off the road. Of course, we had the healthcare demonstrations and the bill passed. I'll tell you what, I was sitting home that Sunday night with my wife, and flipping out. I had the TV on 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. and it was a long Fox News day. But I'll tell you what, I sat there and I was getting fired up, and you know, you guys know we needed that bill like Pelosi needs a Halloween mask. We did not. We did not need that bill. But I'll tell you what, guys, as a small business owner, I can't afford my insurance. I'm a cancer survivor for 10 years. I can't get insurance if I wanted to. I can't. I physically, no matter what the amount is, I can't buy it. So I got to get a group plan. My wife and I pay almost $700 a month for a crappy plan just to have something. There's no one in this room, there's probably no one on the planet that believes that we need healthcare reform more than I. I mean, I firmly believe in it. But that bill was a load of garbage. I heard right before the vote, I heard Madam Speaker get up on the mic. She had the audacity to say that this bill would be within our Constitution because health leads to happiness, and we're guaranteed as a right happiness. And I think she got it wrong. The pursuit of happiness we are guaranteed, not the right to happiness. Our rights come from my jaw dropped when I heard her say that, and yeah, she needs a history lesson. Those rights come from our Creator. And right now, DC and our friends down there think they know what's best for us. They think they can grant us rights, but again, our rights come from our Creator. And any politician that says you hear a soundbite from that was a constitutional right, and happiness is a constitutional right, they better have their head checked. So, just a heads up, guys. I know I'm preaching to the choir in this one, but just beware. Some crazy stuff is coming up. They know their days are numbered, just like that video. They're going to cram as much through in the next 6 or 7 months that they possibly can. And then even after the election, I promise you, up until January of 2011, they're going to get as much stuff done and much through as they can. From immigration reform to cap and trade. God, let's hope they don't get the car check. I hope that's dead in the water. And the national sales tax, people are talking about it, and you best be ready to fight. But what are we going to do? People asked in the past year, what do we do? Well, obviously, you guys know what's going on. Your head's not in the sand. You're well aware and you're out being active. But one thing you got to do in the next month here is meet your candidates that are coming up here in the primary. That's huge. I've had a chance to meet most of them and talk to them. I think a lot of them are on the same page, but get someone who's going to reflect and voice out for us, especially in the 3rd district up here. Kathy's a fine lady, but boy, she's made a couple mistakes this year, and she's lost my support very quickly. Guys, get out there and vote. And it's a stupid cliche, get out and vote. But boy, it's more important than ever because 2 more years with Congress and the Senate doing what they're doing with the power. And I'll tell you what, as a registered Republican, folks, more than the Democrats, I'm mad at the Republicans because they put us in the spot. We went down the wrong path for a long, long time, and we gave up not only majority but supermajorities. So our party, my party, allowed this to happen, to get in this mess by going down the wrong path. And I think, that path we've been going down for a while, but now in the past year, instead of, crawling down that path, we're sprinting down it. So definitely get out there, vote, and then keep Mr. Spector and Mrs. Dahlkamper in check here for the next 6 months. Make those phone calls, all wait until the day that they're voted out and beyond that, because I got time to do damage. So I got one more real quick clip that I think you might appreciate, and then we're going to turn it over to actually some good speakers and some fine folks that have a thing or two to say.